Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in South Dakota needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the STHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the STHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in South Dakota.
This message presented by the STHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the STHSAA.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in South Dakota. This message presented by the STHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
busy plotting on what I got, kicking your door, that's what you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop, half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I bought a lot. So you're stony and do it all. Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors on the wall drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kicking your door, that's what you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop, half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I bought a lot. So you're stony and do it all. Didn't know that was your girl when she gave me top. Kicked out the road, said thanks a lot. I love paper like a Michael Scott. I can do things that your man cannot. Slab boy coming down, I'm hot. Everybody say that I gotta restart. Even though my final form ain't none lot. I'm so ahead of you. How you got my hand, what you ain't understanding. Count 100 bands and I want your fannies. Diamonds going crazy that they on the dance floor. Got a lot of nothing I can handle. Flavor like whatever, you should try a sample. Baby on the boss like I'm Tony dancing. Everybody tryna tell me what I stand for. I'm sure you know me, homie, you don't want war. Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors on the wall drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kicking your door, that's what you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop, half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I bought a lot. So you're stony and do it all. Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors on the wall drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kicking your door, that's what you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop, half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I bought a lot. So you're stony and do it all. I've been rolling 20 years Super Bowl. Hit the switch, I'm a suicide door. We already know you bad as a dog. Hit my mama wanna ride in the door. I didn't know so false to me. If your money funny, don't talk to me. I know they ain't that you could offer me. Take a second and think about crossing me. Yeah, that's whatever you should try sample. Baby on the boss, I get the white on top. Lambo doors on the wall drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kicking your door, that's what you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop, half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I bought a lot. So you're stony and do it all. Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors on the wall drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kicking your door, that's what you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop, half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I bought a lot. So you're stony and do it all.
Test, 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 test. Hello. You get the camera duties tonight, huh? All right, we're getting ready to go here for the JV game, West Central versus Elk Point Jefferson tonight. We're going to jump 7-minute quarters here. And the tip goes to Elk Point Jefferson, passes it ahead. Nice little layup on a tip play. Elk Point Jefferson's going to press, and it causes a turnover. Kaylee Schultz passed a little bit too high there for West Central. West Central's going to get a press going on here. Elk Point gets it into the front court. Ball shot up there by Cameron Norris was blocked. And here comes Schultz. Kaylee Schultz all the way down, gets a layup, ties it up at 2-2. We're back in the press there. Bailey Stallman for West Central. Almost a steal there by Avery Eberhard. And Elk Point passes on the three, gets it into the post. And timeout to save a possession there for West Central. We're just going to take a 30-second timeout here. So we got the dark numbers on the dark jerseys here, so I'm going to do my best here to try and pick them out here for Elk Point Jefferson. Stallman gets it in, over to Schultz, back to Stallman. Kaylee gets it into the front court. Back over to Bailey Stallman. And nice shot on the way, Aubrey Borns gets her first two of the night. Breaks the press, cross-court pass, stolen by Stallman. Gets it ahead to Schultz. Over to Eberhardt. 3 on the way. No good. That one's rebounded there by Norris. And Elk Point Jefferson back up front. 3 on the way for Elk Point Jefferson. And that one hits off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by Aubrey Bournes. Aubrey tries to get it to Bailey Stallman. Tipped out of bounds, and it'll be West Central's ball underneath the basket. Stallman ahead to Schultz. Back to Stallman. She's going to try a 3, a little short. Rebound down to Norris. Long pass ahead. Up to McKinley Hammett. And we got a foul on West Central. Going to send Hammett to the line for 3, or for 2. First one's off the side, no good. And the second one's good. Makes score 4-3. West Central leads. Bournes over to Schultz. Gets it in the front court to Eberhardt. Over to Stallman. Tries to pass it to Emma Bolts and goes a little bit too far off Emma's hands and out of bounds. Be Elk Point Jefferson's ball. Elk Point breaks the press. Paige Jacobs. Stolen by West Central. Gives it up front to Schultz. They got numbers, 3-on-1. Kaylee gets it up front, off to Bournes. Good shot, no good though. It'll be Elk Point Jefferson's ball. I think that's Laney Trometer. Bringing it up for Elk Point Jefferson. Cross-court pass. Back over to Molly Geary. Kaylee Hamlet gets it, drives the baseline, out for a 3, and that one's good. That's Laney Trometer. And ball's out of bounds. It's going to stay with West Central. Jordan Phillips into the game, along with Elizabeth Miller for West Central. Bournes gets it in. Over to Stallman. Bournes with the drive down the right. She's fouled. She's going to shoot 2. First one's good for Aubrey. She's got 3 on the night. Trying to tie it up here. Elk Point Jefferson with a 6-5 lead, and that one does. Ties it up at 6-6, about halfway through the first quarter here of the JV game. Ball's tipped around, picked up by Norris. In the post there was an 11, Paige Jacobs, no good, but Norris gets it back and she scores. First 2 points for Cameron Norris. Oh, stole there by Hammett. Gets it in the post, back out, 3 on the way. That one's good again. Laney Trometer, he's got 6, stolen by Elk Point, misses a shot, fumbled around in there. Molly Geary comes up with it. Off to Hammett. She misses the shot, and Bailey Stallman has the rebound. Bailey gets it knocked away, but gets it back. Head to Jordan Phillips. Jordan off to Aubrey Bournes. Aubrey off to Stallman. Stallman gets a shot off, no good. Rebounded by Norris. Now Point Jefferson comes back down. Now Point Jefferson up 11-6. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter of the JV game. 3 on the way from Hammett. And that's good. Giving her 4 points on the night. Ball's a little bit too far. Stolen there. Down low to Norris, and she scores. 14-6 now. Here comes Miller. Head to Volts. Tipped around and stolen again. This Hammett's got it. She's going to bring it up court. Long pass. Nice pass up front. Cameron Norris shoots it and fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2. So a quick 10-0 run here by Elk Point Jefferson. That one's no good. We'll get some subs in for West Central. Avery Eberhardt back in. Taylor Lang seeing her first action of the night. Second one's good. From Cameron Norris, and she comes out. Phillips inbounds it to Miller. Over to Schultz. Phillips drives, tries to pass it. That ball's stolen away. Kaylee Schultz pokes that one away. Miller comes up with it. Jordan Phillips gets it, and she's fouled. Only going to be the 3rd team foul on Elk Point Jefferson with only 47 seconds left in this quarter. Probably not going to get to shooting. And Miller brings it up. Over to Taylor Lang. Back to Phillips. Stolen away. Nice left-handed layup there by Paige Jacobs. She's got 4 tonight. And Schultz brings the ball up court. Has to find a little opening. Drives the lane. No good. Rebounded by Elk Point Jefferson. Shot clock's off. They got 15 seconds here. Down to 7. Molly Gary's got it. Over to Hammett. Into the post. That ball's blocked. And that's the way the first quarter is going to end. 19-6. Elk Point Jefferson in the lead. Take a little minute break here. It'll be West Central's ball out of the quarter break. Elizabeth Miller's going to throw it in. Kaylee Schultz in the front court. Schultz has got it. Over to Miller. Phillips into the post. Eberhardt takes a left-handed shot. No good. Rebound by Elk Point Jefferson. And they're coming down the court. Over to Hammett. She's open for three. She's going to take it and make it. 7 points now for McKinley Hammett. 3 on the way. No good. It goes out of bounds. That's going to be Elk Point Jefferson's ball. 22-6. Elk Point Jefferson leads. 45 seconds into the quarter. Steal by Schultz. Over to Lang. 3 on the way. No good. Miller tries to save it. Can't save it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Elk Point Jefferson's ball. Trapped in the back court, gets it in the front. And we get a jump ball. That's going to stay with the Huskies. Laney Trometer gets the ball tied up there. Gary inbounds it to Hammett. Nice pass underneath. Shot wasn't there. Hammett again for 3. That one goes down. 10 points now for McKinley Hammett. Phillips over to Miller. Lang's got it. Had a long 3, passed it up. Miller's got it. She's going to drive the lane. Back over to Phillips. Phillips for 3. That one's no good. Rebounded by Schultz. Looking for Eberhardt in the post. Doesn't quite have her. Back out to Lang. Over to Miller. Miller drives. Gets it over to Schultz. Cross court to Phillips. She's got it in the lane. Puts it up. That one's blocked by Norris. Stolen back by Schultz. And she's fouled. I don't know if that was a shooting foul. We'll see. Nope. I think it's going to be underneath. Be West Central's ball underneath. And we're going to get some subs in for West Central here. And nice inbounds play. And that's scored by Aubrey Bournes. Aubrey's got 6 of the West Central's 8 points so far. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Will stay with the Huskies. It's into Hammett. Shot was blocked. Stallman's got it. She gets it ahead to Lang. Back to Stallman. Over to Bournes for 3. No good. Rebound by Paige Jacobs. And here comes Trometer down the court. Back to Jacobs. Over to Gary. Hammered her way out front. Thought about the 3. Passed it up. Tipped away from Jacobs. 3 on the way. And McKinley Hammett had to do a little heat check there. I think that's her first miss from 3. Aubrey Bournes drives in. Ball passes it back out to Bailey Stallman. Goes right through her hands. That'll go back to Elk Point Jefferson. A couple subs in for Elk Point Jefferson now. Looks like Gracie Marks, 5'3" sophomore, in for Elk Point Jefferson now. Molly Geary over to Paige Jacobs. Gets it into Marks. And we got 3 seconds, I think, on Elk Point Jefferson. And here comes Schultz up for West Central. Over to Barnes. Schultz has it. Back to Aubrey Bournes. Aubrey's got an open shot just inside the 3. It doesn't go. Rebound by Schultz, though. And she puts it up quickly. And Kaylee's got 4. That's 10 now for West Central, 25-10. Elk Point leads. 3 minutes to go in the first half of the JV girls game. Ball's turned over. It'll be West Central's ball. Schultz up court to Stallman. Lang's got it. Emma Volts for 3, no good. Oh, ball's tipped out of bounds. And I think Molly Geary tipped right off of Bailey Stallman's face, but she must have stepped on the line first. Stallman, long 2. It just is a 2. And it's 25-12, cuts into the lead a little bit here. Hammett up quickly for Elk Point Jefferson. Fumbles it, and she's fouled by Schultz. It's the first team foul on West Central in the second quarter. West Central's going to get a couple more subs back in the game. Looks like Miller, Phillips, and Eberhard back in the game for West Central. And I think we got a foul here. So it's going to be Elk Point Jefferson ball out of bounds. Ball's tipped away. Oh, wasn't tipped, so it's going to be White's ball. And Bailey Stallman brings it up court for West Central. Over to Miller, back to Stallman. Bailey drives, nice pass inside. And Eberhardt misses the shot. And we got a tip ball, and this one's going to stay with West Central. Underneath their own basket. Give it to Eberhardt. Back out to Miller. Tries to get it inside to Bournes. Tipped away by Elk Point Jefferson, and here they come. Molly Geary's got it out front against Bournes. Over to Hammett. Run a little pick and roll. And goes to Larissa Johnson's got it out front. Get down to 6 on the shot clock. 3 on the way. That one's no good. Rebounded by Phillips. She's got Aubrey Bournes way in front. Aubrey makes a layup. Found her a little late, but she did find her. And basket's good. Not sure why we stopped the clock there. But we're going to throw it in for Elk Point Jefferson here. West Central's back in the press. Looks like it's more of a man-to-man press than it was a zone press. But they're switching, so maybe it is. And she's tripped by Avery Eberhardt. It's going to be a foul on West Central. Third team foul of the quarter. It's also going to be Avery's second personal foul, so she's going to take a seat. I got the press back on. Trometer's got it. She's trapped in the corner, and she's fouled. Fouled by Stallman. That's going to be 4. Team foul. Picked up about 4 fouls here in about a minute and a half. Hammett's got it. Up court to Carly Schmitz. Back to Hammett. Nice pass in the post. And a good left-handed shot there, Molly Geary. Here comes Schultz. Just under a minute to go here in the first half. Over to Miller. She's left open, drives in. Jordan Phillips for three, no good. Rebounded, though, by Bailey Stallman, and Bailey puts it in. Back to 11-point lead. Shot missed, but they get the rebound. And she's fouled. Looks like Molly Geary's going to go to the line for a couple here. That foul is going on Jordan Phillips, her first. Team's fifth. Shot's a little bit long by Molly Geary. Second one is no good, but the rebound comes to Elk Point Jefferson. Three on the way, that's partially blocked. Goes out of bounds, it's going to be West Central's ball. Okay, shot clock's going to be off now. 17 seconds here to go in the first half. Jordan Phillips looking for somebody to get open. Gets it to Schultz, back to Phillips. Over to Miller. Miller across half court. Over to Bournes. Had Emma Volz wide open in the lane. Finds her. Got 5 seconds to go. Comes Molly Geary trying to get a shot off, no good. And Emma Volz almost put that in. But 29-16. Yeah, I think they gave that last basket for West Central to Elk Point Jefferson here. So 29-18 is how the first half is going to end. back here. They got the score corrected. It's 27-18. 9-point lead now. I think they gave the last basket for West Central to Elk Point Jefferson. So for a while it read 29-16, but they got it corrected. So it's going to be Elk Point Jefferson's ball here to start the second half of the JV game. Be Cameron Norris taking it out. Tie game now at 27. Hopefully we can hear me now. Made a little adjustment here. Point Jefferson gets it up to Norris. Norris in the lane. Over to Hammett. Hammett's fouled as she shoots, and she's going to go to line for 2. Tie game here. McKinley Hammett going to the line for 2. First one is good. 11 points now for Hammett, leading scorer for the Huskies tonight. Second one is good as well. Press on. Oh, and we got a little travel there by Elizabeth Miller, the press. She was trying to get rid of it. Just took 2 steps there before she could. And Elk Point Jefferson gets the ball underneath their own basket. Hammett's got it. Over to Gary. Back to Hammett. Gary in the corner, drives baseline. Stolen away by Eberhardt. And Molly Gary snuck up behind her and tied her up. The jump ball's going to stay with West Central, though. About halfway through the third quarter here. Miller's got it. Long pass up court to Eberhardt. Eberhardt, nice pass. In there to Emma Volz. Emma Volz does a good job to control herself and get the basket there. We're back to a tie ball game. And we're going to get close to a 10 seconds here. And we do get a 10-second call on Elk Point Jefferson here. So the press was effective there. Schultz has got it now for West Central in the front court. Back over to Miller. Miller over to Aubrey Bournes. Aubrey's going to drive, put up a little runner, no good. Fight for the rebound. And Eberhardt and Molly Geary fight for it, and it's going to jump ball. And this time it's going to Elk Point Jefferson. We're going to get a sub in for Elk Point Jefferson, and also Taylor Lang comes in for West Central. Tried to get up to Carly Schmitz, who's in the game now for Elk Point Jefferson. Find Hammett. She gets trapped. Ball's tipped. Taylor had her hand on it there. Couldn't quite come up with the steal. Back with Hammett. Hammett's going to drive. Over to Paige Jacobs. Into Gary. Gary drives. Can't make the shot. Bourne saves it from going out of bounds. Long pass up court to Lang. We got 2-on-1. Kind of a fumble there. Couldn't come up with a pass. Emma Volz with the rebound, though. Nice, strong board from Emma Volz. And goes up. West Central takes the lead, 31-29. Oh, and there's a hard foul by Miller. Going for the ball. Catches... I think that was Molly Geary right across the face there. I think Molly's feeling the effects here a little bit. She's going to come out. Hard hit. She went down. Right across the face of Molly Geary there. I think she's just going to take a little break. Hopefully be back in shortly. Hammett's got it. Over to Trometer. Back to Hammett. Three on the way, and that one's good. McKinley Hammett, 15 points now in the JV game. I think she's got 4 3-pointers. Inside to Eberhardt. She misses a shot, but she's fouled, and she's going to go to the line. That foul is going to go on number 3, McKinley Hammett. That's going to be her third. Elk Point Jefferson's third. We got a full timeout here. Taken by West Central. Minute 30 to go. 1 point the lead for Elk Point Jefferson was 16 in the first half. West Central kind of clawed their way back into it. They're going to get the ball out of bounds. Are they going to be shooting here? I thought she was shooting, but I guess not. They must have called that on the floor. That last foul on Hammett. So Stallman's going to take it out for West Central. West Central down 1. Minute 30 to go. Third quarter of the JV girls game. Gets it into Eberhardt. She's going to take a little 15-footer. Short. Fight for the rebound. And here comes Trometer down. She's trapped by Lang. Ball stolen. Lang, Trometer picks it up on the court. And Elk Point Jefferson calls a timeout. Trometer was laying there on the floor with the ball. I don't know how she came up with it, but she did. And Elk Point Jefferson calls a timeout to save the possession there. Only their second timeout of the half. This is just going to be a 30-second timeout. And Elk Point Jefferson will retain the ball. 23 seconds on the shot clock for him here. Minute 14 to go. Third quarter. And Laney Trometer is going to take it out for Elk Point Jefferson. Oh, and Hammett gets open out in front of everybody. Guarded by Eberhardt. And Eberhardt fouls her. Good job there by Hammett. Going right to the basket. And that's going to be 3 on Avery Eberhardt. And West Central's 4th team foul. Hammett adds to her total, giving her 16 on the night, giving Elk Point Jefferson a 2-point lead. And Emma Volt's back into the game for West Central. Eberhardt's going to sit out with those 3 fouls. Second shot on the way, and that's good. Lead back up to 3 for the Huskies. Ooh, might have got away with a travel, but got a steal anyway, and now we got a jump ball. Paige Jacobs with the steal there, kind of dribbled it right into Elizabeth Miller, and Elizabeth tied her up. It'll be West Central's ball. Kaylee Schultz has it against the press. Jordan Phillips up front, Elizabeth Miller. Elizabeth tries to keep it in bounds. She can't. Over to Trometer. Trometer to Gary. Gary over to Hammett. Under a minute to go. Drive, no good. Phillips got the rebound. Got it over to Miller. Back to Phillips. Here comes Jordan up the court. Into Schultz. Volts is wide open. Nice pass there from Kaylee Schultz and Emma Volts. And Emma's got 10 tonight now. Leads down to 1. And that ball's out of bounds. Elizabeth Miller knocked over. Oh, that was Laney Trometer she knocked over there. Loose ball. And there's a steal by Phillips. Gets it ahead to Volts. Emma didn't see Elizabeth Miller up front. Schultz has got it, drives in, can't get the shot to go, and we got a jump ball again. And this one's going to stay with West Central. Nope. I'm sorry, it's going to go to Elk Point Jefferson. Only 9.6 to go here. You got to get up quickly. Here comes Hammett. Hammett stolen by Miller. 4 seconds. Volts has got it, and Volts is fouled. Good job up front there to see Volts. So Emma's going to go to line for 2 with 0.8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. That foul is going to go on Molly Geary, her first. 4th team foul, which really shouldn't come into play here with 0.8 to go here in the quarter. Emma's first free throw is good, ties the game. West Central has a chance to take the lead here at the end of the third quarter if Emma can score her 12th point of the night. That one's short. And that's how it's going to end up, tied at the end of the third quarter. So we'll go into the fourth quarter all tied up, 34-34. So it's going to be West Central's ball coming out of the quarter break here on the alternating possession. Elizabeth Miller is going to take it out for the Trojans. Gets it into Jordan Phillips. Over to Lang. Over to Kaylee Schultz. Kaylee's going to drive. Nothing doing. Back over to Taylor Lang. Jordan Phillips. Lang's got it. Thought about a 3. Back to Miller. Kaylee Schultz has got it, gets it in the post. Over to Jordan Phillips for 3, and that's good. Jordan Phillips with her first 3 points of the night. Big shot here to put West Central up by 3. Molly Geary's got it for Elk Point Jefferson. They got to get it across the timeline. And they do. Cameron Norris gets it across, gets it poked away out of bounds, but it'll stay with Elk Point Jefferson. Into Hammett. Over to Cameron Norris. Back to Hammett. Hammett's got it. She's going to drive, and she's fouled. I'm not sure if that was a shot or not, or if that was a pass. Let's see what they call it. And I think they say it was a pass, so they're just going to get it out of bounds. Molly Geary's going to take it out of bounds. That's going to be the first team foul. The second personal foul on Elizabeth Miller. First team foul of the quarter with just over a minute being played there. Here goes Hammett for 3 again. She misses. Ball's tipped around. Goes back. Molly Geary corrals it. Back to Hammett. Gets it into Paige Jacob. Paige drives. Throws it over and stolen by Phillips. Finds Emma Volts up front. Emma's going to drive, puts up a shot, and it's good. Emma Volts, 13 points, lead West Central now. West Central with a 5-point lead. Hammett's got it, looking for a little room. Gets it into Trollmeter. Trollmeter's fouled. I think that foul was on Aubrey Bournes, her second, team second. And Trollmeter's got it out front. Hammett up top. Ball's tipped away by Bournes. Back to Hammett. Drives down, nice pass into Norris. She gets the ball back. She scores and is fouled. Cameron Norris, first ball was tipped a little bit. She hung with it. Got her own rebound. Put it in, made the basket, and was fouled. And that foul is going to go on Emma Volts. Emma's second. A third team foul already on West Central. And the free throw is no good, but they get a rebound, and we get a foul again. That foul is on Taylor Lang. Fourth team foul now on West Central. Paige Jacobs at the line, makes her first. Elk Point Jefferson down by 2 now. Nothing but net on both of her free throws. Over to Lang, gets it across court to Bournes. Aubrey drives the lane, puts up a little runner, no good. Fight for the rebound, it's going to come down to Aubrey Bournes. Aubrey over to, tipped away by Molly Geary. Molly's got it. Gets it over to Trollmeter. Back to Molly Geary. Molly's going to drive the lane. She's fouled on the floor. It's still going to be 2 shots, so that's a 5th team foul. Nope. I hope they know it's shooting here. That's the 5th team foul. So Molly's going to go to the line to shoot 2 here. Chance to put Elk Point Jefferson back in the lead. First shot's good, and that ties it. Gives Molly Geary 3 points on the night. And their second shot puts the Huskies back in the lead. Bournes trapped in the corner. And that one's stolen by Geary. She finds Norris. Norris lays it in. 3-point lead now for Elk Point Jefferson. Trap gets down Schultz. And finally the foul called on Molly Geary. And it's going to be West Central's ball underneath. West Central can't find themselves trapped in these corners here by the press at Elk Point Jefferson. Got to get rid of it right away. Don't lose your dribble. Bailey Stallman. Gets it ahead to Bournes. Bailey did a good job breaking the press, and she's going to take a 3. That's no good. Aubrey gets a rebound, puts it up and in. Lead down to 1 for Elk Point Jefferson. 4 minutes to go here. That ball stolen by Jordan Phillips. Jordan's looking for a help, but she gets fouled. I don't know if that's going to go on Geary. Nope. I think that's going on Trollmeter. It's going to be Laney's third and the second team foul for the quarter for Elk Point Jefferson. Stallman's got it out front. Under 4 minutes to go here now in the fourth quarter. Over to Phillips. Schultz has got it. Stallman's got it. She's going to put up a 3, and that's good. Puts West Central up by 2, and Bailey's got 7. Hammett's got it, brings it up court. Gary's nice pass over to Jacobs. And we got a tie game again. Back to Stallman. Got to get it across. Phillips gets it across over to Bournes. Bournes tries to get to Eberhardt. Eberhardt couldn't quite handle it. Gets her own rebound and gets fouled. I don't know if it's a shooting foul or if she's got it on the rebound. Let's see. She is going to shoot 2 here. And that foul's going on Lainey Trometer. That's going to be Laney's 4th foul. Elk Point Jefferson's 3rd of the quarter. Avery Eberhardt at the line. Her first shot's good. West Central back in the lead by 1 now. Second shot on the way, and that one's good. And ball's thrown out of bounds. And not tipped at all. And so it's going to be West Central's ball. Bailey Stallman's got it. Tries to get into Jordan Phillips. Ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with West Central. They're going to get it out of bounds. Run a different play here. Oh, nice little move there by Kaylee Schultz to get 2. Puts the lead up to 4. Molly Geary out in front of everybody. And Molly's fouled, and she's going to shoot 2. See who this foul goes on. This foul goes on Aubrey Bournes, her 3rd. Again, Elk Point Jefferson's going to shoot 2 on all the West Central fouls now. Molly makes the free throw. Down to a 3-point lead. Second shot's on the way, and that one's off. But another rebound by Elk Point Jefferson. Jordan Phillips has got it. Finds Stallman. Bailey drives down, gets it over to Kaylee Schultz for 3. No good. Rebounded by Norris. And gets it out front to Hammett. And we got a timeout by Elk Point Jefferson. I think we're going to have a full timeout here, a full minute. It is. Elk Point Jefferson's got 2 timeouts left now. They're down 3, 2 minutes, 41 seconds to go. And their ball. Getting a little bit of foul trouble now. Lainey Trometer has got 4 fouls for Elk Point Jefferson. And McKinley Hammett's got 3. And for West Central, Bailey Stallman, Aubrey Bournes, and Avery Eberhardt all have 3 fouls. But with 2 minutes, 41 seconds to go, see if any of that comes into play. Hammett's got it in bounds. Hammett's going to take a 3, and that hits nothing. And it'll be West Central's ball out of bounds. So Jordan Phillips has got it out of bounds for West Central. Gets it into Stallman. Bailey dribbles ahead. Over to Phillips. Break the half-court line. Back to Stallman. Bailey's driving for a little bit of room. Tries to get into Eberhardt on the floor. And we got a timeout from West Central. Well, Avery had the ball on the floor there. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout with 2:20 to go. So West Central retains possession. 23 on the shot clock. They'll have the ball underneath their own basket. Stallman's going to take it out. 3-point lead for West Central. Gets it into Schultz, and that ball's stolen away. Paige Jacobs all the way. Left-handed layup. It's down to a 1-point lead, and another steal by Jacobs. And she drives in, and she's fouled. 2 steals in a row by Paige Jacobs, and she's going to go to the line now. And try and put Elk Point Jefferson back in the lead here with 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Her first free throw is good, and that ties it. Gives Paige Jacobs 11 points on the game. Second shot short, rebounded by Bournes. Aubrey ahead to Stallman. Bailey looking for a little room. Back over to Bournes. She drives, puts up a little runner, and that's good from Aubrey. West Central back up by 2. Under 2 minutes to go now in the game. Hammett's got it. She's got open lane, drives all the way in, misses the shot, no good. Rebounded though. Molly Geary drives. Over to Trollmeter. Hammett for 3. That one's short. And rebounded by Schultz. Stallman's got it after a little bit of a fumble there. And we got a double dribble on West Central. And Emma Volt's back into the game for Avery Eberhard. Norris is going to take it out for Elk Point Jefferson. Finds Hammett. Stolen by Bournes. Gets it ahead to Phillips in the front court. West Central's got it. 2-point lead, and Hammett steals it back for Elk Point Jefferson. Then she's fouled by Jordan Phillips, and McKinley Hammett's going to go to the line for 2 for Elk Point Jefferson. Down by 2. Second personal foul on Jordan Phillips there. So McKinley Hammett to the line, trying to tie this thing up, and her first one is good. 18 points now for McKinley Hammett. And sub back into the game, Elizabeth Miller back in for Jordan Phillips. And Hammett does tie it up, 50-50 now. Minute 11 to go. Stallman's got it, brings it up the sideline. Over to Miller. Oh, and Elizabeth took a little step there before she dribbled. Traveled, good call by the official. Norris going to take it out for Elk Point Jefferson. Now they've got the ball with a chance to take the lead. Into Hammett. Hammett brings it up, and she is fouled by Stallman. Got to put McKinley Hammett back on the line for 2. She just knocked down a couple. Down to 1 minute to go here in the game. McKinley Hammett misses the first. Looking for her 20th point of the night. She's got 19 right now. Second one is no good. Rebounded by Volts. Long pass to Volts. Gets it in the front court. Elizabeth Miller's got it. Oh, blocked. Stallman gets the rebound though, and Bailey Stallman makes it. West Central with the lead. 44 seconds to go. Hammett's got it for Elk Point Jefferson. Over to Trollmeter, back to Hammett. Hammett long pass up to Geary. Geary drives. Schultz steals the ball. Throws it off of Geary, and it'll be West Central's ball. So we got 28.9 seconds to go. West Central with the lead in the ball. Shot clock's off now. Don't have to shoot a shot. Sure, Elk Point Jefferson's going to try and get that press on again, which has been effective for him. Schultz picks up her dribble. Tries to find Stallman. Can't find her. Molly Geary had the steal but couldn't keep her feet. Goes off her hands and it'll stay with West Central. It's going to be on the side for West Central. Bailey Stallman's going to take it out. Stallman, we got a timeout before he throws it in. I guess, and that timeout's taken by Coach Lanham with 22.7 seconds over there. So it's going to be let's just be a 30-second timeout. I don't see anybody sitting down on either sideline. So 2-point lead for West Central. And the ball on the sideline. Elizabeth Miller's going to take it out. Oh, they get it out front to Kaylee Schultz. Kaylee makes a basket. 4-point lead now. Just can't foul. Don't want to foul. Gets it in front to Hammett. 10 seconds. Still don't want to foul. Gary with a long three. That's no good. Rebound to Bournes. And Aubrey's just going to dribble it out. Oh, and throws it away. But doesn't matter. The time runs out. West Central comes away with the victory. 54-50 in that one. So we're going to take a little break. Got about 15 minutes here before we get to the Elk Point Jefferson West Central varsity matchup. Be fun to see Elk Point Jefferson play tonight. They're got a good squad this year. All right, we're back. Just getting ready to start the varsity game here. Between Elk Point Jefferson and West Central. Elk Point Jefferson comes in with an impressive record, only one loss on the year, and that was to Sioux Falls Christian, the #1 team, undefeated team in the state.
32 degrees with the wind blowing out of the west at 6, making it feel like 26. However, here it's a calm 68 degrees, just right for a Class A Dakota 12 matchup.
And Bentley Kohlbaum, number 14 for Elk Point Jefferson, is going to jump it up against Abby Thornton for West Central. And the tip goes to Elk Point Jefferson. Sarah Schmitz back in the corner now. Oh, we got a legal screen right away here. And that's going to go on Ashley Brewer. Ellie Knight brings it up for West Central. Over to Casey Jatan. Back to Knight up front. Looking for a pass into Thornton, doesn't get it. Ball stolen away. Courtney Brewer's got it. That one's by Sarah Schmitz. Misses. Casey Jatan in the front court, over to Ellie Knight. Ellie's looking for a little room to get a shot off. No, Raina Gearing. Over to Abby Thornton. Abby puts up a runner. No good. Out of bounds. Elk Point Jefferson's ball. So Schmitz will bring it up for the Huskies. Over to Van Rukel. She drives baseline, looking for a pass. That ball is tipped by Raina Gearing. And the first three goes in. Ashley Brewer for Elk Point Jefferson. Jatan's got it. Over to Schultz. Raina Gearing in the corner. Jatan looking for some room to get a shot off. Puts up a little runner. Goes over the backboard. And that was going to go to Elk Point Jefferson. Schmitz in the backcourt. Brings it up. Guarded by... Tried to get it over to Brewer. She wasn't looking. Courtney Brewer. And ball goes out of bounds. Ellie Knight brings it back up. Over to Mara Schultz in the corner. Back to Jatan. Abby Thornton for three. That one goes in. Ties the game. 3 apiece, about 2 minutes into this game. Schmitz finds a little room. She's tripped by Mara Schultz, and she's West Central's, Elk Point Jefferson's going to get the ball underneath. Brewer's going to take it out. Courtney Brewer. Into Ashley Brewer. Over to Van Rukel. She drives left-handed. Looks to get a shot off. Doesn't go. Mara Schultz comes out with a rebound. Up course to Raina Gearing. Raina's going to drive in. Had a left-handed shot. No good. And that one's rebounded by Kohlbaum. Stolen by Schultz. Mara up front to Casey Jatan. Casey, nice pass over to Abby Thornton. Abby puts it in for 2. Abby's got all 5 of West Central's points. Nice assist there by Casey Jatan. Gets it into the post. Long 2 on the way there. That one's good by Sarah Schmitz. Her first 2 of the game. Casey Jatan for 3, and that one goes in. Casey hits for 3, her first points of the game. 8-5 lead for West Central. Three on the way, no good. Rebound by, Raina Gehring and Mara Schultz. Couldn't decide who to get it there. Neither one of them did, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Elk Point Jefferson's ball. Courtney Brewer going to take it in for the Huskies. Over to Van Roekel up top. Looking for Kohlbaum in the post, gets her. She's doubled right away. And we've got a jump ball. Ellie Knight with some good pressure on the ball once it went into the post there. Tied her up. And it'll be West Central's ball on the alternating possession. Mara Schultz gets it into Ellie Knight. Brings it up court. Ellie back to Schultz. Casey Jatan thought about the 3. Dribbles down against Kohlbaum. Abby Thornton for 3. No good. Casey Jatan tips it out on the floor. Rebounded there by Ashley Brewer, and here comes Sarah Schmitz with the ball up court. Van Roekel in the corner. Over to Kohlbaum. Schmitz back into Kohlbaum in the post. Out to Schmitz for 3. No good. Rebound Ellie Knight. Casey John out front. Raina Gehring all the way in. And that ball's knocked away by Caitlin Van Roekel. Nice hustle there to knock the ball away. And Ayla Kramer into the game for Mara Schultz for West Central. Over to Chan. Casey thought about the 3. Get a little runner. No good. Tipped out of bounds by Elk Point. Jefferson's going to stay with West Central. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. West Central up 8-5. Ellie Knight, 8th grader for West Central, is going to take it out. Finds Jatan with a little runner. Ball's blocked by Kohlbaum, but it's out of bounds. And Emma Voltz into the game for West Central. Emma had a good JV game. I think she had a dozen points or so. Casey Jatan's got it. Back out to Jatan. Over to Ellie Knight. Ellie looking for a little room. 8 on the shot clock. Raina Gehring's got it. Got to get a shot off. Jatan puts up a little runner. No good. Rebounded though by Voltz. Voltz over to Ellie Knight. Start the offense up again. Ellie into the lane. Out to Jatan for a long 3. Doesn't hit anything, but Ellie Knight with the rebound again. Passes it out front. Went over the half court line, so we got over and back on West Central. Casey Jatan played it like it wasn't, but it wasn't off a loose ball, so it was a good call. And here comes Brewer for Elk Point Jefferson. Van Roekel. And she's fouled by Jatan. In there, that's Ashley Brewer. .5'10" senior for Elk Point Jefferson. That's Casey's first. West Central second. Brewer's first shot is good. Gives Ashley 4 on the night. And Casey's going to have a seat there. Mara Schultz back in. 2 minutes, 41 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Brewer's second shot up and good. 5 points now for Ashley Brewer. Ellie Knight brings it down. Over to Ayla Kramer. Back to Mara Schultz. Emma Voltz. Over to Knight. Gehring's got it. Ayla Kramer for 3. And that's good. 11-7. West Central leads now. Van Rukel up front. Gets it in the post, and again, Ellie Knight ties her up. Ellie's really dropping down when Kohlbaum gets it in the post there. Bentley Kohlbaum, 5'11" senior for Elk Point Jefferson. Brewers got it. She steps out of bounds, and that's going to be West Central's ball. Mara Schultz into Ellie Knight. Ellie back to Mara. Ayla Kramer's got it in the corner. Gets it into Emma Volz. Back over to Ellie Knight. Mara's got it, fakes, gets a little left-handed runner up, and Mara Schultz is on the board for 2 points, and West Central's up by 6. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Nice move by Kohlbaum. Gets too far into the basket, though. Rainey Gearing gets the rebound. Here comes Ellie Knight. Ellie looking for a little room, puts up a runner, and that's good. Ellie's on the board with 2 points. 15-7 now, West Central. And Elk Point Jefferson's going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout. 15-7, West Central with the lead. Somebody knocking over there? Oh, okay. So it's going to be Elk Point Jefferson's ball after the timeout. Ellie Knight with a little runner there. Minute 27 to go in the first. And Bailey Stallman is going to come into the game for Ellie Knight. So we got Ellie Knight and Casey Jatan out of the game right now. Coach Caffrey trying to steal a few minutes here. We've got the lead. So I think they didn't sub quick enough there. Oh, they got blood. I heard them talk about over there, so. They're going to try and get it wiped up here. See if they can find a towel. So our trainer, Chad Morrison, comes out. They're going to get it cleaned up here. A little bit of a break here. Chad pulling double duty as trainer and janitor tonight. A break in the action here. Shout out to my cousin if he's listening back in Elk Point, Justin Clerks, the AD for Elk Point. And here we go. Sarah Schmitz gets the ball for Elk Point Jefferson. Over to Van Rukel. She drives in and is fouled. Going to go to the line for 2 for Caitlin Van Rokel. Fouls are going to be on Bailey Stallman. Her first, West Central's third for the quarter. What are we doing now? Now we got more blood? Must have somebody out there. That's got a little issue. Haven't seen anybody. But Casey Jatan back in the game now for West Central. West Central's going with Kramer, Jatan, Schultz, Thornton, and Stallman. Van Rokel at the line. And Caitlin gets her first point of the game. cuts the lead to 7, 15-8 now. Raina Gearing back in the game for West Central. Van Ruckel's second shot's up and good. And here comes West Central. Mara Schultz has got the ball into the front court. Over to Kramer. Cuts it to Jatan. Oh, I think she thought Abby Thornton was going to come out. Abby didn't. Now we got a little bit of a wrestling down there. And we got a travel called on Courtney Brewer. Courtney had it and she turned over with it. They called that with a travel. And so West Central gets it on the side. Mara Schultz into Kramer. Ayla up top. Gets it into Abby Thornton. Abby's going to drive. Nice little runner. Abby Thornton with her 7th point of the game. West Central back up by 8. Under a minute to go here now. Comes Schmitz, guarded by Jatan. Over to Brewer. Oh, that ball's just tipped out of bounds by Ayla Kramer. Now we got Ellie Knight back into the game for West Central. And for Mara Schultz. Brewer does a good job to get the ball there. Little runner, no good. Abby Thornton with the rebound. Here comes Casey Jatan. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Over to Kramer. Kramer back to Jatan. Casey's got it over to Raina Gearing. Raina over to Thornton. Back to Raina Gearing. Raina's got it in the lane. 3 on the way for Kramer. No good. Rebounded Jatan. Ellie Knight's got it. Raina's got to shoot it up. She does and just misses off the backboard. So that's the way the first quarter is going to end. 17-9. West Central with the lead. Mara Schultz going to inbounds it for West Central. Who's got their 5 starters back in the game. And an 8-point lead. Gets it into Ellie Knight. Ellie back to Mara. Mara over to Casey Jatan. Back to Knight. Mara Schultz gets it free throw line. Puts up a shot and makes it. Sarah Schmitz gets the ball into the front court for the Huskies. Over to Brewer. Brewer into Kohlbaum. Back to Courtney Brewer. Gets it in the post, down to Ashley Brewer. Courtney Brewer for 3, and that's good. Courtney Brewer's first 3 of the game. 7-point lead, and now we got a steal here by Ashley Brewer, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Elk Point Jefferson. I'm sorry, that was Sarah Schmitz with the steal. And Courtney Brewer takes it out for the Huskies. Gets it out front to Ashley Brewer. 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded there by Ellie Knight. She's looking way out front for Casey Jatan. Oh, left-handed shot by Bentley Kohlbaum, no good. Here comes Ellie Knight. Ellie's going to get all the way into the lane. Mara Schultz has it. Thought about the three, drives the lane. Ball goes out of bounds. Nope, stays in. Mara gets it back. Goes off of Elk Point Jefferson. It'll stay with West Central. 22 on the shot clock for West Central. Mara Schultz is going to take it out on the side. Mara gets it into Ellie Knight. Ellie drives lane. Back out to Mara Schultz. Over to Abby Thornton. Abby thought about the three. Going to drive. Gets in. A little bit of contact there. Doesn't get a foul, but then Abby, a little frustrated there, takes down Bentley Kohlbaum. And that's going to be a foul there on Abby Thornton, her first. Team's first for the quarter. About a minute and a half into the quarter. 7-point lead for West Central, 19-12. Kohlbaum's got it, drives on Gearing. Nice baseline move there from Bentley Kohlbaum. And she's got 2 points. Down to Thornton, looking for Jatan. Ball's tipped out of bounds, and Casey hits it, and it's going to be back to Elk Point Jefferson. And this time we got a 30-second timeout. Taken by West Central, their first timeout. Each team takes 1 timeout so far, have 4 left. Just going to be a 30-second. Joe's going to try and get them settled down here a little bit. 2 minutes into the quarter, West Central leads 19-14. So Sarah Schmitz brings it up for Elk Point Jefferson. With a Kohlbaum. In the corner to Brewer, Ashley Brewer for 3, and that's good. A little set up there for Ashley Brewer off to the timeout. Ellie Knight drives in the lane to Abby Thornton. Abby's going to drive. Looking for a little room, puts a shot, no good. Rebounded there by Schultz. Casey Jutan's got it. Looking for a little bit of room. And Kohlbaum hand-checked her out front. That's going to be a foul on number 14, Bentley Kohlbaum. Her first. Team's first for the quarter. Ellie Knight finds Raina Gearing. Rain over to Schultz. Mara to Ellie Knight. Ellie looking for a little room on the baseline. Back out to Casey Jatan. Casey drives the lane. Nice little right-handed layup on the left side. And the ball's back to Sarah Schmitz. 5'5" junior for the Huskies. Over to Ashley Brewer. Ben Ruckel's got it up top. Bentley Kohlbaum. Ben Ruckel. Guarded by Knight. Ellie Knight's got it off the rebound. Over to Raina Gearing. Raina's driving to the left-hand side. Nothing there. Gets it back out to Ellie Knight. Ellie in the lane to Abby Thornton. Abby back out to Casey Jatan. Casey for 3, and that's good. Casey's got 8 now. Lead back up to 7 for West Central. Just about halfway through the second quarter here. Van Ruckel up top for Elk Point Jefferson. Drives in, over to Brewer. Shot short. Abby Thornton with the rebound, and here comes Ellie Knight with it for the Trojans. Back over to Jatan. She drives the lane. Finds Mara Schultz out for 3, and that's good. Nice drive there by Jatan, finding Mara Schultz for 3. And Mara converts. 10-point lead now for West Central. So we got a full timeout here for Elk Point Jefferson. And Elk Point Jefferson comes into this game with a record of 10-1. Only loss being to number 1 Sioux Falls Christian. They've got some impressive wins too, over Wagner and over Vermilion and Aberdeen Roncalli. This is Elk Point Jefferson's 4th game in 7 days. Schmitz found a little room on the side there, but lost the ball out of bounds. It'll be West Central's ball. Ellie Knight over to Ayla Kramer, back in the game for West Central. And also, Kaylee Schultz making her first minutes here for West Central. Number 21, freshman. Ayla Kramer all the way in. Ayla off the board and doesn't make it. And misses the rebound. But we got a foul on Bentley Colbaum, who did get the rebound. That foul's going to go on Ayla Kramer. Colbaum goes down to the floor hard, but looks like she's okay. She inbounds the ball to Schmitz. And here comes Elk Point Jefferson. Van Ruckel's got it up top. She's got an open 3, and she's going to take it. Misses the shot. Ball's bouncing around in there. We're going to have a jump ball. This one's going to stay with Elk Point Jefferson. Get a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Sarah Schmidt's going to inbounds it. Brewer for 3. And Ashley Brewer drains the 3. Ashley's got 11 now. 11 of Elk Point Jefferson's 20. And Kaylee Schultz throws it away. And here comes Elk Point Jefferson again. Schmitz has got it. She's got a little bit of room. And she's going to find a little opening there and take it all the way to the basket. 4 points now for Schmitz. Kaylee Schultz got it back. Over to Jatan. Back to Kramer. Abby Thornton's got it for 3. And Abby needs another 3. So Abby with 10 points now. Lead back up to 8 for West Central. Back to Schmitz. Over to Van Rokel. Abby Thornton steps in front, gets a steal. Ellie Knight down to Kramer. Back to Thornton. Abby dribbles inside, gets it stolen away by Van Rokel. Three on the way. And that's McKinley Hammett into the game here for Elk Point Jefferson. She had a big JV game too. Had 19 or 20 points in the JV game. Tried to get in down to Kaylee Schultz inside. Couldn't quite handle it. Hammett knocks it out of bounds. And going to go to West Central. Raina Gearing's got it. Drives the lane. Over to Mara Schultz. Mara tries to find Thornton. Abby's got it. She's going to drive the lane. And she's fouled. I think it's going to go on Brewer. Ashley Brewer. Ashley's saying she was hooked. I don't think the ref's having it. And she is going to go. Nope. We're going to have Courtney Brewer back into the game. And stolen by Ashley Brewer. Back to Courtney Brewer. Brewer's going to bring it up court. Van Ruckel for a long 2, and that's good. Lead down to 3 now. Minute to go here. Just over a minute to go here. Ellie Knight looking for some room. She's got it. Drives in and makes a layup. Nice shot by the 8th grader, Ellie Knight. Ellie's got 4 now. Courtney Brewer back up. Minute to go in the first half. Caitlin Van Ruckel up top. Looking in the post. Good pass down low. Everybody converges and the shot's missed. Here comes Ellie Knight. Ball stolen. Kicked around. And finally, Bentley Kolbaum picks it up. Back to Brewer. Brewer over to Ashley Brewer. 33 seconds to go. 23 on the shot clock. Ashley Brewer to Courtney Brewer. Over to Hammett. Hammett back to Brewer. Kolbaum looking for some room. Oh, and she's fouled by Abby Thornton in the corner. 11 seconds to go on the shot clock. It's only going to be the 3rd team foul, so it's not going to be a shooting foul. It is going to be number 2 on Abby Thornton. Casey Jutan back in the game for West Central. It's going to be out of bounds. Brewer takes it out. Out front to Schmitz. Schmitz drives, looking for a little room. 8 seconds to go. Oh, nice pass to Kolbaum. Kolbaum with a good move. Gets to a 3-point game, 1 second to go. Ellie Knight, a 3-quarter court shot, no good, and that's how our first half's going to end. 32-29, West Central with the lead. Got a 10-minute break here for halftime. We'll come back with the second half. All right, so we're winding down halftime here. It's going to be West Central's ball to start the third quarter. Up 3 points here. 32 points in the first half. See if West Central can keep that up going on for the game here. That ball's poked away by Van Roekel. Abby Thornton gets it. Casey Jaton for three. Bounces in and out. And that one's up top to Van Roekel's. Got it. It's in the quarter to Kolbaum. Out to Sarah Schmitz. Runs the point for Elk Point Jefferson. The corner to Brewer. Kolbaum to Van Roekel. In the post to Kolbaum with a turnaround jumper. No good. And here comes Casey Jaton. And Casey's fouled by Kolbaum. That foul's going to go on number 14, Bentley Kolbaum. That's going to be her second. Ellie Knight taking out under the basket for West Central. Gets it into Thornton. Abby drives around, goes over to Mara Schultz for a little runner, no good. Abby falls down hard. She gets up though. Van Roekel gets it quickly in the front court for Elk Point Jefferson. In the post to Kolbaum. Back out to Brewer, and Brewer hits nothing on that one. Ashley Brewer, a good three-point shooter. Just missed that one. And Mara Schultz inbounds it to Ellie Knight. Raina Gearing over to Abby Thornton. Abby's looking for a little room in the lane. Back out to Mara Schultz. Mara to Raina Gearing. Raina back to Ellie Knight. Back over to Abby Thornton. Abby's going to try a three. No good. Rebounded there by Ashley Brewer. Over to Schmitz up top of the key. Van Roekel's got it. Brewer's trying to get some. Kolbaum. Looking for room in the lane. And loses the ball. And she's fouled underneath. That foul's going to go on. I'm not sure who they called that one on yet. It might have went on Raina Gearing, her first. And that quick basket there to cut the lead to one. Tries to get it down in the post to Thornton. No go. Here comes Schmitz again. Thought about the three. Goes over to Courtney Brewer. Van Roekel in the corner. Gets it into Brewer. Ball's poked away. Mara Schultz, but tips it right into Sarah Schmitz, and Sarah goes up for her 6th point. And Elk Point Jefferson takes the lead here again. West Central's got a couple good looks here, just missed the shots. Got to keep getting good looks. Casey with a drive down, and she's fouled. And that one might go on Kolbaum, which would be her 3rd. Let's see if they call that on 14. Nope, it's going to go on number 23. I'm sorry, number 32, Courtney Brewer. Puts Casey at the line for 2. Casey makes her first one. Gives her 11 now for the night. Second one's no good. Molly Geary into the game now for Elk Point Jefferson. Schmitz in the post. And that ball's, we got a jump ball there. Ball went down into the post to Ashley Brewer. She didn't handle the pass right away. Everybody converged on her. We got a jump ball. So Mara Schultz out, Abby Thornton out, Emma Volz in, and Ayla Kramer in for West Central. And again, we got the ball on the floor. Kolbaum and Raina Gearing. down there. Schmitz with a little jumper there. Puts Elk Point Jefferson back up by 2. Casey Jeton got it. Over to Raina Gearing. Casey thought about the 3. Back to Gearing. Looked a little funny. Might have got away with a travel there. Goes Ayla Kramer in for a shot. And Ayla with a good drive there. Her 5th point of the night, ties the game up at 35. Schmitz back down. Gets it into Kohlbaum in the post. Turnaround jumper's good for Bentley Kohlbaum. Her 6th point now. Elk Point Jefferson back up by 2. Ayla Kramer over to Jeton. Casey's got a little room on the baseline, and she's fouled. Looks like that foul's going to go on Molly Geary in the game for Elk Point Jefferson now. Just going to be her first. Elk Point Jefferson's 3rd team foul of the quarter. Just about halfway through the first quarter. Over to Jeton. Ellie Knight now for 3. That's no good. Good box out, Courtney Brewer, and Courtney's fouled by Casey Jeton. It's going to be Casey's 2nd foul, 2nd team foul on West Central. And here comes Sarah Schmitz for Elk Point Jefferson with the ball and the lead by 2. Sarah pulls up over to Van Rokel. She drives on Ellie Knight. Gets a little shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Ayla Kramer had it over to Ellie Knight, and now we got a jump ball here again on the ground. Getting a little sloppy out there. This is going to stay with West Central. Ellie Knight and Caitlin Van Rokel tied up there. So West Central's got the ball. Ellie Knight over to Raina Gearing. Raina looked in the post, didn't go in there. Ayla Kramer over to Casey Jeton. Casey's got it. Back to Ellie Knight. Raina Gearing. Ayla Kramer. Back to Jeton. Casey goes in, throws up a left-handed runner. No good, but she's fouled. She's going to go back to the line. And that foul is going to go on Courtney Brewer, her 2nd, team 4th. Casey got a chance to tie up the game with a couple made free throws. Makes her first. Couple subs back in the game here for Elk Point Jefferson. McKinley Hammett back in for Elk Point Jefferson. Tie game, 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Kohlbaum's got it. Over to Van Rokel. Brewer. Over to Schmitz. Schmitz is going to try the 3, no good. Rebound by Kramer. Gets it over to Knight. Ellie's going to bring it up court. Long pass up to Casey Jeton. Casey for 3. A little bit short. And Abby Thornton goes over the back of Caitlin Van Rokel there. It's going to be third on Abby. She's going to stay in the game, though. Okay, we have a timeout on the floor. I'm not sure what it's for. I think they had a question at the scorer's table. I'm not sure, but they stopped the clock. Got it back in. Got 27 on the shot clock here, so that's not going to be an issue. Sarah Schmitz to Kohlbaum. She's going to drive the lane. Back to Schmitz. Looking for a little opening. Over to Hammett. Van Rokel's got it. Hammett. Back to Van Rokel. 5 on the shot clock. She drives down, misses the shot. Kohlbaum gets it, and Kohlbaum is fouled. Let's see if they call this on the shot or on the rebound here. That foul's going to go on Ellie Knight, her first. Kohlbaum misses the first free throw. Second one's good, though. Casey Jatan's fouled by Kohlbaum over there. Bentley's got 3, and she's going to come out of the game. We're going to shoot. Yeah, we're going to shoot 2 here. That's the 5th team foul on Elk Point Jefferson. So she's got to wait to come out of the game. Ashley Brewer waiting to check in for her over at the scores table. Got to get everybody lined up here. Casey Jatan to the line for 2. West Central down 1. Casey misses her first. Casey's got 10 points tonight. I'm sorry, 11 points for Casey Jatan. Chance to tie it here. And she's short. And we got a foul on Ayla Kramer there. And that's going to be 5 on West Central there. So and puts Courtney Brewer at the line. Courtney's first one hits off the front of the rim and goes in. 2-point lead now. Raina Gehring in, Abby Thornton out. Brewer's second shot's no good. Ayla Kramer with the rebound, gets it to Ellie Knight. Ellie drives the lane, gets it over to Casey Jatan. Casey back to Raina Gehring. Back to Casey Jatan. Casey drives, finds Ellie Knight. Ellie's going to drive the lane, puts up a little runner, no good. Rebound there by Ayla Kramer, and it's blocked by Ashley Brewer. Here comes Sarah Schmitz. Sarah's going to pull back for a long 2, and it's going to go in. 4-point lead now for Elk Point Jefferson. And here comes Ellie Knight. Ellie over to Jatan. Mara Schultz drives the lane, puts up a little runner, no good. Rebound by Brewer. And Schmitz comes down, 4-point lead. Just over a minute to go here in the third quarter. Van Ruckel in the post to Brewer. 3 on the way, that one's going to be short. Ellie Knight with the rebound. Over to Raina Gehring. Raina back to Ellie Knight. Casey Jatan's got it. She's going to drive the lane. Finds Ayla Kramer. Ayla puts it in. Nice pass and nice finish there by Kramer. And Caffrey's going to get a full timeout for West Central. 38 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Elk Point Jefferson with a 2-point lead. Both teams with 5 fouls here in this third quarter, so if we do have any more fouls in the remaining 38.2 seconds, we're going to be shooting them. So 38 seconds. Schmidt's going to bring it up court for Elk Point Jefferson. Over to Van Ruckel. Colbum back in the game. And that one's stolen by Ellie Knight. Knocks it over to Raina Gearing. And here comes Ellie Knight for West Central. Back to Gearing. Kaylee Schultz in the game now for West Central. Got 10 seconds to go. And Raina Gearing driving the baseline was pushed out of bounds. And so she's going to go to the line, shoot 2. That one's going to go on Courtney Brewer, her 3rd. Raina to the line for 2. First one's good. Abby Thornton comes out. Bailey Stallman in for Ellie Knight. Just want to make sure nobody gets a foul here on this last possession for Elk Point Jefferson. Raina Gearing with the chance to tie it up here. And she does. Raina's first 2 points of the game. Sarah Schmitz with 2 seconds to go and loses the handle, and that's the way the third quarter is going to end. 41 all. We got ourselves a ball game going into the fourth quarter. West Central and Elk Point Jefferson. 41 all. So it's going to be Elk Point Jefferson's ball here to start the fourth quarter. So for West Central, Abby Thornton's got 3 fouls going into the quarter. And for Elk Point Jefferson, Bentley Colbaum and Courtney Brewer have 3 fouls going into the fourth quarter. So Colbaum inbounds to Schmitz as we get going here. Schmitz over to Brewer. Missed shot there, rebound by Knight. LA ahead to Raina Gearing. Raina's got a room open there. Left-handed layup open, but she misses the shot. Colbaum with the rebound. And here comes Schmitz for the Huskies. Van Ruckel up top. Over to Sarah Schmitz. Molly Geary still in the game for Elk Point Jefferson. Ashley Brewer over to Van Ruckel for 3. No good, but rebound by Schmitz. Nice put back. Puts Elk Point Jefferson back up by 2. Sarah Schmitz has got 12 points now all of a sudden. Abby Thornton with the layup. Can't get it to go. Tries to pass it out. No good. We got a little scrum on the floor between Abby Thornton and Caitlin Van Rokel. We're going to have a jump ball. That'll stay with West Central. So Ellie Knight will take it out under West Central's basket. Just under a minute to go here. Or just under a minute played here in the fourth quarter. 7 minutes to go. Casey Jutan has got it. She's going to drive baseline. Try to find a little bit of room. Can't find any. Over to Mara Schultz. Mara drives. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Colbaum. And we got a foul by Schultz. Be Elk Point Jefferson's ball underneath. That'll be Mara's second, West Central's first of the quarter. And Sarah Schmitz brings it up for Elk Point Jefferson. Over to Brewer. Mala Gary. Over to Kolbaum, guarded by Raina Gearing. Kolbaum looks for a little room in their lane. Abby Thornton doubles her. Ashley Brewer for three, no good. Oh, that rebound comes down. Casey Jatan's got it. Casey's going to drive all the way in. She's fouled by, I think, by Kolbaum out front. Let's see. Nope, that's going to go on number 15, Sarah Schmitz. Only Sarah's first foul and the first team foul for Out Point Jefferson. That's a little bit of a break for Out Point Jefferson. They don't want Kolbaum to get one. She's got three. Casey Jatan with an open three. Strings it. Puts the Trojans back up by one. Schmitz. Over to Van Ruckel. Kolbaum. Courtney Brewer for three. That's going to be short. Casey Jatan's got it. Casey's got it. Looking for a little room to operate. Over to Gearing. Mara Schultz. Out to Ellie Knight. Ellie drives the lane. Out to Raina Gearing. Raina's going to shoot three off the front of the rim. No good. Nice box out, Courtney Brewer. Rebound over to Schmitz. Here comes Kolbaum. Takes a little runner. No good. Ellie Knight with the rebound. West Central's got the ball in the lead by one. 5:22 to go here in the fourth. Oh, and Coach Caffrey calls a play, calls 5 out, and the referee thought he said timeout. So we're going to, it's going to be West Central's ball. There's not going to be a timeout given. That's why they had a stoppage of play there. Ellie Knight has got it out front. Over to Casey Jatan for three. Casey with another three. 17 points now for Casey Jatan, a 4-point lead for West Central. And we got a timeout from Elk Point Jefferson. Full timeout, Elk Point Jefferson. It's going to be their third timeout, so they've got 2 left to get them through the fourth quarter here. Casey Jatan with 17. Lead all scorers here. Ashley Brewer's got 13 for Elk Point Jefferson, and Sarah Schmitz has got 12. Abby Thornton's got 10 for West Central. I think she scored all 10 of those in the first half. So Elk Point Jefferson with their starters in. West Central with their 5 starters in. Here, 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Kolbaum over to Brewer. Brewer for three. Drains it. Ashley Brewer now with 16 points. Puts knocked out of bounds there. Sarah Schmitz. So it's going to be West Central's ball. Mara Schultz is going to take it out for West Central. Mara gets it into Ellie Knight. Ellie over to Raina Gearing. Raina back to Ellie Knight. Abby Thornton. Casey Jatan for three. That one's off. Rebound by Abby Thornton. And Abby is fouled underneath the basket. I think that one's going to go on Ashley Brewer. It is. So that's going to be Ashley's third foul. Ashley's leading Elk Point Jefferson with 16 points here tonight. Casey Jatan looking for a little room. Tried a little step back, didn't work. Over to Mara Schultz. Mara over to Abby Thornton. Abby's going to drive the lane. And Abby's fouled by Courtney Brewer. And that's going to be Courtney's 4th foul. 3rd team foul on Elk Point Jefferson. And then we're going to get McKinley Hammett back in the game for Elk Point Jefferson. Ellie Knight over to Raina Gearing. Raina back to Ellie Knight. Casey Jaton's got it up top. Raina Gearing in the corner. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ellie Knight drives, left-handed runner, no good. Rebound by Ashley Brewer. Gets it over to Sarah Schmitz. Sarah down court. Back to Brewer. Brewer for 3 again. Misses off the front of the rim. And Mara Schultz gets the rebound, and she's going to get fouled. I think that one's going on Sarah Schmitz. It is. That's only going to be Sarah's 2nd foul. But it is going to be Elk Point Jefferson's 4th team foul. So West Central will shoot for the rest of the quarter. And we've got 3:37 to go here in the 4th quarter. So Ellie Knight's got the ball. West Central's got the lead by 1. Casey Jaton drives. Nice pass into Ayla Kramer. Ayla gets it blocked. Good block there by Ashley Brewer. And it's going to stay with West Central. Gets it into Abby Thornton. Abby gets it back to Ellie Knight. Ellie over to Casey Jaton. Casey drives, puts up a little runner. It's going to be short. Rebound. Rebound by Sarah Schmitz. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Casey Jaton. Casey was probably lucky she didn't get a foul called there. And here comes Sarah Schmitz for Elk Point Jefferson. Over to Ashley Brewer. Van Ruckel for 3. Got it. Elk Point Jefferson back up by 2. Van Ruckel's got 7 points now. Jaton looking for a little room. Back out to Ellie Knight. Ellie's going to drive. Back to Jaton. Casey drives. Over to Ellie Knight for 3. Got it. Big shot. 8th grader Ellie Knight puts West Central back up by 1. 2.5 minutes to go here. Schmitz off to Hammett. Back to Van Ruckel. Kohlbaum. Ashley Brewer. Raina Gearing on Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum drives. Misses the shot. Ayla Kramer with a good box out. Ball comes down to Casey Jaton. Here comes Ellie Knight. Ellie to Abby Thornton up front. Oh, Abby couldn't get the shot off quick enough there. She's going to go to the line for 2 anyway, though. And that foul's going to go on Ashley Brewer. That's going to be 4 on Ashley Brewer. So she's got to be careful. 16 points leading the all scorers for Elk Point Jefferson. Abby makes the first. And Courtney Brewer back into the game with her 4 fouls for Elk Point Jefferson. Abby Thornton with 11 now. Second shot's up, and that one's good as well. West Central up by 3. And West Central's going to get a timeout with just under 2 minutes, 1:57 to go here in the 4th quarter. Regardless of outcome here, Coach Caffrey's got to be happy with how his girls have played against one of the top teams in the state, Elk Point Jefferson. Up 3 with 2 minutes to go. See if we can keep it going here and get a big win for the Trojans. It's going to be a full timeout, so we get a girls sitting down there. So, minute 57 to go. Elk Point Jefferson's ball. They're down 3. Elk Point Jefferson's got their 5 starters in the game. Sarah Schmitz brings it up court. Gearing guarding Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum drives, looking for Brewer. Brewer gets it, and she's fouled. Not on the shot, though, on the ground. It's only the second team foul for West Central of the quarter. That one's going to go on Ellie Knight. Her second foul, her second personal foul. Courtney Brewer takes it out for Kohlbaum for 3. No good. Rebound by Schmitz, so puts it in. Sarah Schmitz now with 14 points. 1-point game. Ayla Kramer. Over to Jatan. Back to Ellie Knight. Oh, and it's just about stolen. Abby Thornton to Raina Gearing. Raina for 3. Got it. Big shot, Raina Gearing. 4-point lead, West Central. Minute 19 to go. Here comes Sarah Schmitz with the ball. Over to Van Rokel. Looking for a little room. Kohlbaum up front. Sarah Schmitz going to drive. Step back 2. Doesn't go. Rebound to Kramer. Ellie Knight's got it. Elk Point Jefferson might have to think about fouling here. They got to be careful. They got 2 girls on the court with 4. And Kohlbaum fouls Ayla Kramer. And it's going to put Ayla on the line for 2. Now that's going to be Kohlbaum's 4th foul as well. So Elk Point Jefferson may have to go a little offense for defense because they've got 3 girls now with 4 fouls. Oh, Casey John was on foul, and she puts in the basket. 5-point lead now for West Central with 50 seconds to go here. Second shot up and good for Casey Jatan. Freshman for West Central with 19 points. Here comes Sarah Schmitz. Over to Courtney Brewer. Ashley Brewer into Kohlbaum. Elk Point Jefferson looking for a good shot here. Van Rokel. And the ball stolen by Ellie Knight. Elk Point Jefferson gets it back. They get a timeout. So 33.4 seconds to go. Elk Point Jefferson gets a timeout. There's a little bit of question where there was possession had there, but actually in West Central's favor. It makes Elk Point Jefferson use one of their final timeouts. So they've only got 1 left, and they would have had the ball anyway. So West Central's got a 6-point lead, 33.4 seconds to go, 19 on the shot clock. Elk Point Jefferson's pretty much have got to have a score on this possession. If they don't, they got to be careful. They got 3 girls out there with 4 fouls right now. Courtney Brewer, sister Ashley Brewer, and Bentley Kohlbaum. Gets it into Van Rokel. In the post to Kohlbaum. She does a turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound to Ellie Knight. And Ellie is fouled quickly by Sarah Schmitz. So Ellie's going to go down to the other end to shoot 2. It's going to be 3 on Sarah Schmitz. Ellie Knight, our 5'8", 8th grader for West Central. He's got 7 points tonight. First one's good. Makes it a 3-possession game now with 27.1 seconds to go. Second shot is good. 9-point game now, just can't foul. Got to play good defense. They got to look for a 3. Van Rokel gets a 3 up. It's not good. Fight for the rebound. Ayla Kramer's got it. Over to Ellie Knight. Ellie's fouled by Van Rokel. With 14 seconds to go, it's a 3-possession game, 8 points right now. She can pretty much put it out of reach with 2 free throws here. First one good. 10 points now for LA Knight. Coach Caffrey backs everybody off the line so we don't get a foul for sure. Just can't foul there. Can almost even let them drive the court with only 1 timeout left. Second one's good for LA Knight. 11 now for her. Three-pointer on the way, and that's good. 61-54. 8.4 seconds to go. 7-point lead, so it's still a 3-possession game. So just don't throw it away. Get it in, hold it. Either get fouled or even if you get tied up. It's not going to be the end of the world. Big win, big game for the Trojans. I shouldn't say win yet. 8.4 seconds to go. Against an excellent Elk Point Jefferson team. It's going to win a lot of games. That's a tough region they got down there. Dakota Valley, Vermilion. So West Central's gonna get in. Ayla Kramer, 5'8" junior, is gonna inbounds it for West Central. Gets it in to Knight, and Knight's fouled right away. That foul's gonna go on Sarah Schmitz. It's gonna be her 4th. 7.4 to go now. LA Knight can add to her total. She's got 11. Misses the first. So even if Elk Point Jefferson scores now, West Central can just hold the ball out of bounds. Second one's good. 7.4. Just let her score. Don't foul. Now just hold the ball out of bounds. Don't even have to inbounds it, and that's the game. That's how it's going to end, 62-56. Sarah Schmitz did end up with 19 points on the game. Big win for West Central.
We'd like to thank everybody for coming.
62-56. So that's how we're going to end it tonight.
Please drive home safe.